greetings to each one of the viewers of my channel Holistic Health with Dr. Dev. And I welcome you cordially to this another session of live Vedic chanting. Today, I have a very exciting agenda for us because as you see from this video thumbnail that I will be chanting the Sarasvati invocation mantra. So Devi Sarasvati is the Vedic deity of learning anything we learn new so that our learning become fruitful, and may we manifest that learning to the best of its potential. So any kala, any skill that we venture to learn is blessed, or is the deity, the Vedic deity who is in charge of that is Devi Sarasvati, as we know. So for those of you who are on the path of not only just academic learning, but also any kind of learning of any skills, because as we know, Devi Sarasvati is considered as the possessor of the 64 kala, the 64 different kinds of skills which encompass all that there exist in terms of any kind of skill learning. So with that, I welcome you all to this new session of Vedic chanting live rendition. Now, as I have mentioned you before in other Vedic chanting, I have mentioned that please do not worry about the lyrics as yet, because I will post the lyrics of this mantra that I will be chanting with you and sharing with you, both in the devanāgarī format and in the English IAST format, which is the International Alphabets for Sanskrit Transliteration, that code. I will be posting that and also an overview of the meaning in the description of this video when it will be posted in my channel post the live session. So no worries at all in terms of the lyrics, the meaning and all of that. I just want you to introduce you, as I have done also before in some of the sessions, to the reverberations, to the sound, sacred sound vibrations of Vedic chanting, because as you might have heard, the Vedic chanting has different intonations involved within it. What are the intonations? Intonations are the rises and the falls of the voice, and in Vedic chanting we usually have 4 different kinds which are mostly used. What are those? The different kind of intonations are udatta, means flat pitch, anudatta means lower pitch, then swarita, swarita means upper pitch, and dirgha swarita, dirgha swarita is extended upper pitch, which is double the upper pitch. Okay, so there are other kind of swara bhed also, like pluta swar, which is 3 times longer than the common or the normal pronunciation time, but it's not as often used as the other 4 intonations. So today I will be introducing you all to the live Vedic chanting of Sarasvati Devi, who is the Vedic deity responsible for bestowing of any kind of new learning. And I know that whoever is joining in this session, you might be involved in some sort of learning, right? So just to boost your learning, with the help of invocation of the Saraswati deity will help you to manifest that learning to its maximum potential. So before we begin the mantra itself, I just want to mention to you very briefly, why do we need mantras? See, mantras are elements, or mantra as a whole is a tool that stabilizes the mind by repetition. So, which bringing in mantra in whatever we do, it basically adds a different layer, a substantially significant layer of manifestation of whatever we are venturing into. So different mantra has different energy, as you might also know. Last time we chanted the Ganapati mantra, and the Ganapati Vedic mantra, that has the energy of a new beginning to remove all the obstacles, right? Because Ganapati Devata is the Vedic deity of removal of all obstacles and bestowing of whatever boons we are seeking, the Siddhidata, who bestows upon us the accomplishments that we seek for. In this case, in this session today, we will be chanting and learning about an invocation mantra for Sarasvati Devi, the Vedic deity of learning. And you might or might not have heard this mantra before, but whatever is the case, I would just invite you all to be present in this session and let the sacred sound vibrations give you a sound bath experience. A sound bath experience which you can allow your every cell of the body to reverberate with the pronunciations of the mantra, the sounds, the udatta, anudatta, the upper, the swarita, dirgha swarita, all these voice fluctuations, or we call it intonations. Let the intonations of the mantra give you a sound bath experience. So in this particular session, my objective is to provide you a sacred sound vibration where the mantra will be of Sarasvati Devi, which will bring to us an energy of power boosting our effort of learning any new skill. And as I just mentioned before, that Sarasvati Devi is considered as the Vedic deity responsible for any kind of learning. And in Vedic spirituality, in Vedic culture, we have 64 kala, 64 different kinds of skills. Like it includes mathematics, engineering, arts, any kind of scientific knowledge. So there are 64 different kala or skills. I am not going into the details of that discussion. Maybe in another discussion, if you are interested, please write in the comment section that yes, you would like to know about what are the 64 kalas, but Sarasvati Devi has it all. So with that, we will get started into this session of Vedic chanting, invoking Sarasvati Devi. So I would invite all of you to just have a seat in a comfortably vertical position. Have your seat, be seated. If you are laying down, it's not the ideal way to chant a mantra, of course, but if you are allowing this mantra to provide you a sound bath experience and you are just letting your body to relax, you can lay down. But otherwise, try, if possible, try to be seated. And if you are seated, if you are seated, please have your spine comfortably erect. So all the chakras that are aligned along the spine, they are not, disoriented or so. So find a comfortable seat, and whoever is joining in this session, I heartily welcome you all. Please be present and please stay tuned until the very end of the session, because like I promised, I will also give you an overview of the meaning of the mantra that we will be learning and chanting towards the end. So please stay tuned until the very end of this session, because it's going to be a mind-blowing session in all regards, regarding your experience, regarding your learning, of course. So if you have any questions or so, please feel free to keep on posting in the comments of this live video. And when I get a chance to towards the end, I will take a look at those comments and see what you have written. So with that, a cordial welcome to each one of you in this Vedic chanting live rendition session of Devi Saraswati's invocation mantra from the oldest existing scripture known to the humankind. And can I ask you, can you please type in the comment, what do you think is the oldest or the most ancient known scripture extant, means which is still present or which are still found? I will wait for a few seconds to see if anybody is typing in the comments. Does anybody know what is the most ancient known to humankind scripture that is still existing and we have access to? Well, that is the Rgveda. The Rgveda is the primal, the most significant of the Vedic scripture, which has about 10,554 or 52 mantras. Yes, Thank you, Shampaji. I see that you wrote Rgveda. That is absolutely correct. Rgveda. Yes. So it has about 10,552 mantras divided into 10 mandalas. 10 mandalas, okay? 10 mandalas are 10 different segments or sections you can think of. And every mandala has a certain number of suktams. Suktams are nothing but a collection of mantras. That is called suktams. Now, this particular mantra, like I said, the Sarasvati invocation chant is from the Rgveda, or this particular chant we will be doing, the invocation chant, is collected from the Rgveda. And it is coming, I will mention the source of this mantra. It is coming from two different parts. Combining those two, this mantra has been formulated. So it is coming from Rgveda 6.61.4. What does it mean? Means sixth mandala out of the 10 mandalas. Sixth mandala, 61th suktam, fourth mantra, and also some part of the mantra is taken from fifth mandala, 43rd suktam, and 11th mantra. So combining these two parts, today's mantra session will be provided. So again, just for those who are just joining in, I see somebody wrote a comment saying, which Veda for teenagers to read? See, sir or ma'am, whoever you are writing there, thank you for the question. See, as we know, in the Vedic period, we had 4 ashrams, right? 4 ashrams means phases of life. Brahmacharya ashram, which is the ashram where people would get their education in the Gurukul. Then Garhastha ashram, the householder ashram. Then Vanaprastha ashram, where people would start reclining from their material world activities and start preparing for their renunciation phase. And at the end was the sannyas ashram. So see, Brahmacharya ashram is the first phase where students would go to, or children would go to the Gurukul, and they will get all this knowledge from the Vedas. They would study the Vedas. So see, if to answer your question from the Vedic period, in terms of the Vedic period, the Vedas were started to be taught from a very early age. So of course, and which Veda, when you ask, sir or ma'am, I would say that Vedas initially were just a single scripture. It was just one Veda, one scripture. Later on, Maharshi Vedavyas, he segmented the Vedas into 4 parts, naming Rgveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. So which Veda, if you take the Rgveda, which is considered as the most ancient, you can start with the Rgveda. And sometimes there are lineages where based on your lineage, you might be from a branch of certain Vedas. For example, Yajurveda, Taittiriya Shakha, or some other Shakha of Yajurveda, or Rgveda Shakha, like that. So if you have any particular Shakha which you already belong to and you are aware of that, you can start with that. But as such, there is no age limit where you can start. In fact, the earlier you start, the better it is, because in one of the previous Vedic chanting sessions, I discussed about some of the particular benefits of the Vedic chanting, which is, by the way, one of my most favorite and passionate tools that I use for my holistic health and healing sessions. Those who have worked with me or who are working with me now, my clients, my beloved clients, they all know how I use mantras and chanting, especially Vedic chanting, as one of the healing tools for my sessions. So I hope that answers your question. Whoever asked that question, thank you for asking the question. Please feel free to keep on posting such questions in the chat box. I will try to address those towards the end of this chanting session. But before that, let's get into the chanting, the particular chanting of this Sarasvati invocation chant. For that, I would invite you all to have a comfortably vertical position. If you are seated on a chair, please make sure your both feet are planted on the floor, okay? You are sitting cross-legged, that is also fine. Keep both of your palms on the top of your thighs, the both palms are facing towards the ceiling like this, because facing the palms towards the ceiling means you are in a receptive gesture. Okay, facing down means the gesture is non-receptivity. So just to have the bodily gesture towards reception of this new learning, I would invite you all to have your palms facing the ceiling. It can be on the center of your lap, right palm over the left, or it can be both palms separate on both the thighs respectively, also is okay. Have your head, neck, have your spine, head and neck comfortably oriented in one single straight line, like Sri Bhagavan, Sri Krishna says in his 6th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the Dhyana Yoga, how the bodily posture should be in a meditative session. And since I am not showcasing or not showing you the lyrics during this chant, it will be kind of a meditative session for you, I would believe, or you can turn it to a meditation session for yourself by just listening to this chant. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining in, I would mention to you that the lyrics of this mantra will be posted in the description, both in Sanskrit or Devanāgarī script and its English transliteration, and the meaning will also be posted there. So please don't worry and get caught up too much about not being able to see the lyrics or things like that. Rather, be present and let your auditory organ be fully taking in all that is coming your way, okay, in terms of sacred sound vibrations. With that, first of all, as always, like in any chanting session, I would be reading out the lyrics first, then a few times I would read out the lyrics slowly, and then I would go into the chanting of it in the Vedic intonation. Okay, so Sarasvati prārthanā. Prārthanā means prayers, seeking blessings, intense prayers, prārthanā, yeah, prayers. So in this case, the mantra is meant to invoke the energy of learning new skills, in this case particularly from the Vedic deity Sarasvati Devi. Okay, so the lyrics goes like this. These mantras are collected from Rgveda. I just mentioned the source a little ago. If you have missed it, please listen to the recording when it will be posted in my channel. The lyrics goes like this. Om. Om, just like any Vedic chanting, it starts with Om, A, U, A is the sound A, which comes from the navel part of it. The Nad sound is coming from the navel. A corresponds to Adi Matva in Sanskrit. Adi Matva means the matter of origin, from the beginning of it, right? The Adi Matva, the things related to the origin or beginning. Adi Matva. U stands for Utkarsha, or progress or maintenance, sustenance. Adi Matva, Utkarsha, and A, U, M sounds for Miti. Miti is for dissolution. So Om, A, U, Ma. A and U in Sandhi rule, Swara Sandhi rule, becomes O. So Om is the way to address any higher power, or the address the Ishvara. Because as we know, those who have attended my Patanjali's Yoga Sutras class, you know that I have discussed this in chapter 1 itself, when Maharshi Patanjali talks about Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. Tasya here is his means Ishvara in the context of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra root text on yoga discussion. So he mentions, Maharshi Patanjali mentions Pranavaha, the sound, Pranav sound is the Om sound. Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha means the way to address Ishvara is the sound Om. So this mantra also starts with Om, praṇo devī, sarasvatī, vājebhirvājinīvati. First mantra is Om, praṇo devī, Om, praṇo devī, sarasvatī, Vājebhir-vājinīvati Dhīnāmavitriyavatu. Om praṇo devī sarasvatī Vājebhir-vājinīvati Dhīnāmavitriyavatu. Āno divo brihataf parvatādā sarasvatī yajata gantu yajñam havan devī jujushāna ghritāchi shagmāno vāchamushati shrinotu. Vāgdevyai namaha. Vāgdevyai namaha. Vāgdevi is the Devi who is the possessor of the power of speech. Vak is the power of speaking, speech. Vāgdevyai namaha. Prostrations towards the Devi of speech or sound. So here I will, those of you who are just joining in or who are not sure what's going on, this is the lyrics that I am reading out for this Saraswati mantra. I will read out a couple of more times before I move to the chanting. Om praṇo devī sarasvatī vājebhir-vājinīvati dhīnāmavitriyavatu. Āno divo brihataf parvatādā sarasvatī yajata gantu yajñam havan devī jujushāna ghritāchi shagmāno vāchamushati shrinotu. Vāgdevyai namaha. Okay, I will read out one more time and I will mention the source of this mantra again from the Rgveda. From the Rgveda, from two parts this mantra has been collected. One is the 6th mandala, 61th suktam, mantra 4, and the 5th mandala, 43rd suktam, mantra 11. So 6.61.4 and 5.43.11. These are the two places from where this mantra has been taken together or this mantra has been formed from. Okay, so reading out the lyrics one more time. Sarasvati prārthanā. Om praṇo devī sarasvatī vājebhir-vājinīvati dhīnāmavitriyavatu. Āno divo brihataf parvatādā sarasvatī yajata gantu yajñam havan devī jujushāna ghritāchi shagmāno vāchamushati shrinotu. Vāgdevyai namaha. Okay, so I hope that was good enough number of repetitions for you to understand or to hear, not to understand, but just to hear the lyrics of the mantra. Next is the most exciting part, I would say, which is the actual chanting of this mantra in the Vedic intonations of flat pitch, which is udatta, lower pitch anudatta, upper pitch swarita, and double upper pitch dirgha swarita. So udatta is the flat pitch, anudatta is the lower pitch, swarita is the upper pitch, dirgha swarita is the double upper pitch. You will see here, let me see. In this particular mantra, I should mention that there is no double upper pitch involved here, just the other three. Okay, so let's get started. Be in a comfortably vertical position in your spinal column position. Bring your palms to the heart center. The thumbs, both the thumbs are touching the heart center. Close your eyes if you would like, just to have your senses turning inward and not so much so going outward to have the experience more meditative, but it's not mandatory. It's just to facilitate the process of this meditation session for you. You can have your eyes gently closed and then just listen to the sacred sound vibrations. Sarasvati prārthanā. Om praṇo devī sarasvatī vājebhirvājinīvatī dhīnāma vityavatu ano divo brihatah parvatādā sarasvatī yajatā yajñam havan devī jujuṣāṇā ghritāචī shagmāno vācamuṣatī śrinotu vāgdevyai namaha. I will repeat at least another 2 times. praṇo devī sarasvatī vājebhirvājinīvatī dhīnāma vityavatu ano divo brihatah parvatādā sarasvatī yajatā yajñam havan devī jujuṣāṇā ghritāචī shagmāno vācamuṣatī śrinotu vāgdevyai namaha. One more time of the chanting. praṇo devī sarasvatī vājebhirvājinīvatī dhīnāma vityavatu ano divo brihatah parvatādā sarasvatī yajatā yajñam havan devī jujuṣāṇā ghritāචī shagmāno vācamuṣatī śrinotu vāgdevyai namaha. So this was the Vedic chanting of invoking Sarasvati Devi, the Vedic deity of learning, who is the possessor of the 64 kalas, the skills that exist in this material world. Whatever skills you can think of will fall or will be connected to either one or more of these 64 kalas. Now, as I promised all of you that I will be discussing the meaning, an overview of the meaning of this mantra, which is this, the following. Manifest to us, Devī Sarasvati, energizer of energies, the Pran Shakti, right? Manifest to us, Devī Sarasvati, energizer of energies, descend and protect our intellect. Descend and protect our intellect. May Sarasvati, divine mother of knowledge, who is loving and responsive to her children, come to bless our yajna, bearing ghee and waters. As we know, in the Vedic period, any ceremony we do would involve the yajna means offering sacrifices in the or oblations in the fire. So come to bless our yajna bearing ghee and waters, and listen to our peace prayers, and bestow upon us with the vision of knowledge. You see, listen to our peace prayers, this Shanti mantra, and bestow upon us with the vision of knowledge. Vision of knowledge, not just saying, not just getting to learn one aspect for now and we are done, just one particular skill or something. May we be blessed upon by the vision of knowledge. What is vision? Who has a vision? The leaders have a vision. We see and the leaders visualize, they have a vision. Our eyes normally see, but the leaders' eyes have a vision. They foresee, they far see. Okay, so they think ahead what they want to do, what is their purpose, why are they here. So the leaders, so we are seeking to Devi Saraswati that may we be bestowed upon with the vision of knowledge. Prostration to the goddess of speech, Vagdevyai Namaha. Prostrations, Namaha, bowing down, prostrations, salutations, sincere salutations. Vagdevyai means to the cause of Vagdevi. Vak means speech, Vagdevi means Devi of the speeches, or the goddess of speeches, who bestows the power of speech. Speech means the sound energy, right? Whatever. So it's the music, even any kind of kala, like I said, including music, and even your power to communicate, power to speak, express your voice in your through your Vishuddha chakra. So Saraswati Devi. So whoever has any issues with their Vishuddha chakra, the fifth chakra located at the pit of the throat, where we have the thyroid gland, right at the pit of the throat. I share this particular mantra as one of the healing remedies for them. Whoever has any kind of stuttering issues, or whoever has any kind of issues as inexpression of their inner truth, whoever is unable to express their inner truth fully, or something is stopping there to speaking out their inner truth, for all those cases, for all those people, I would recommend this mantra to be chanted, or at least to be listened to many times in a day, whenever they get a chance to, and they are in the right kind of mindset. It can be even while you are cooking your food, or while you are just watering your plants in the garden, while you are standing in the line in a grocery shop, or things like that. Whenever we get a chance, you can have this mantra playing at the background, or you can repeat it. You can repeat it in your mind if you are familiar with the lyrics, or if you have memorized the lyrics. So with that, I have completed the chanting part and the explanation of this Rgvedic Sarasvati invocation mantra for you all. If you have missed some of the discussions I did before, the recording will be posted in my channel post this live session. Please take a look there. I will post the lyrics of the mantra, the IAST transliteration in English scripts, the Latin scripts, and also the meaning, overview of the meaning that I just discussed. So with that, I will just mention again that why should we, or when is the right time to chant, and why should we chant. So the right time of chanting any mantra, especially Vedic mantras, would be during the junction periods of the day and night, and the night and day, which means the day and night junction period is the dusk, the gadhuli. The gadhuli means the dusk time, and the usha is the dawn time, which is the junction period of the night and the day. So in the Brahma Muhurta, for example, 48 minutes before sunrise would be great if you can catch that time. Otherwise, during the dusk also, the junction of day and night, very auspicious time to have this chanting. And again, like I said, if none of these two times work for you, you can have it played at the background while you are doing your daily chores, or you are having some idle time in your day. You can have that played at your background. You can listen to this particular video, and actually, in fact, I have a video, a recorded video on this particular mantra of Saraswati Pranam mantra in my YouTube channel. in the Sanskrit mantra playlist already. I will post that particular video in the description as well, the link to that video. So with that, we are coming towards the end of this live session, and I will like to end the session by chanting this mantra one more time, just for those of you who are joining in a little later, so you can get a sense of a live Vedic chanting, what it sounds like. Okay? Sarasvati prārthanā. praṇo devī sarasvatī vājebhirvājinīvati dhīnāma vitriyavatu ano divo brihatah parvatādā sarasvatī yajatā gantu yajñam havan devī jujuṣāṇā ghritāචī shagmāno vācamuṣati śrinotu vāgdevyai namaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Hari Om, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in this session live. And as always, if you have come this far and if you have enjoyed this session, please hit that like button and hit that bell notification icon so that you get the notification of my newer uploads or this kind of live sessions first. And of course, for that, you have to also keep yourself subscribed to this channel so you can have all these notifications come to you as and when they are ready to be launched. Okay? Please comment in the comment section whatever you would like to hear, what other mantras, or if you have any particular request, if you want to talk to me on a one-on-one basis with your requests, you can do so by reaching out to me through my email or by any of the social media handles that I have already posted in the description of this video itself, and also in the description of my channel. You will find the links to reach me through Facebook, email, Instagram, and all of that. So please feel free to reach out if you want to talk to me one-on-one. I do teach Vedic chanting sessions on a one-on-one basis and on a semi-private group basis. So, and also I do have full-fledged 3-month or 6-month holistic health and healing programs that I also run. If you are interested to be a part of that healing journey, I would love to listen to you and see how I can be of service to your needs. With that, thank you so much once again to all of you for joining in this particular session. I am so grateful for your support and love that you have been showering on me and in this channel thus far. I hope these contents that I am posting in the channel are being helpful to you, and you are feeling that they are adding value in the life transformation, in your life transformation. Okay, thank you so much. With that, I will draw this session to a close for now. I will see you in another live session soon. Hopefully next I will be chanting a Srimad Bhagavad Gita, another chapter. I have already posted the live recording of chapter 16 and 17, the chanting of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the discussion on those. I will also post the links of those 2 videos in the description of this video. Thank you. Hari Om. Take care, everybody. Namaste.